welcome to Best Friends TV show. I'm Enyonam. The season is dubbed Forward Thinkers. Follow this program on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Send us your thought and question on each episode you watch this and every weekend. This program is proudly supported by Vanguard Assurance. We always stand by you. I urge you all to go there and take policies for your car, your property, including if you're traveling, just walk to the Ridge office and you'll be taken care of. Leap Tomato Paste is encouraging all everybody who is celebrating the festive season. It's 2020. You're still cooking. You're receiving visitors. So remember that the best tomato paste to use when you're cooking home is Leap Tomato Paste. And if you want to be a distributor, get in touch with the marketing director and he will come and deliver to you at your doorstep. And of course, UMB Bank, you first. If you want a loan to expand your business, just walk to UMB and you would be sorted out. And many thanks to Novelty Innovations who stream live each and every episode we air. If you miss it every Saturday 10:30 on TV GH1, then make sure to watch it on our social media platform. And of course, J&G Insurance Brokers are also calling or inviting you to come and let them help you, give you the right policies you need so that you'll be able to take the right insurance policy that is good for you. NPRA. If you are an employee and your employer is not paying, you're free to walk in there and lodge a complaint. And if you're working for yourself, make sure you'll be going to retirement and you don't want to be stressed and thinking, where do I get money to take care of myself and my health? So start contributing now so that during your pensions time, you are good to go. Today's discussion is on unmanaged business growth. Yes, there are a lot of businesses that spring up. Within 2-3 years, we've heard a lot about them. They are doing exceptionally well. And then before you realize, you don't know what happened and they are no more. So we want to know, as a growing or a developing country, we are being urged to go into entrepreneurship, start your own business, do that, do this. But what are we not getting right? So I've invited into my office or into my studio, Mr. Merrick Gane. He is the managing consultant for Merrick Gane Consulting Limited and also an independent presidential aspirant. Yes, he is. You've heard a lot about him. I'll see him on social media, on other platforms. Today, he is right here in the set of Best Friends TV show. Before I start talking to him, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, the main interview begins. Stay and stay. I'll be right back.
Oh. Enyonam, my claim is not covered by the insurance policy I arranged.
Parkwesi, I've always advised you to let J&G Insurance Brokers, the insurance professional, handle your insurance to avoid gaps. At J&G, we analyze your insurance needs, we arrange cover with the best insurer with a track record of prompt claims payment, and above all, we facilitate and negotiate your claims. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo, the CEO, on 0244 333335 or 0504 333335. You can also email him, Gideon, at jnginsurancebrokers.com or visit our website, jnginsurancebrokers.com.
Thank you very much, Enyonam. I'm calling doctor right away.
At J&G Insurance Brokers, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business.
Wait. Tomato paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha!
This is what I call Ediane.
Secret na LEAP. Leap. Someone named a leap tomato paste Ediane there. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu obi aso. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and efie.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
So welcome back from that quick commercial break. It's still Best Trends TV show. My name is Enyonam. Thank you so much, Mr. Kofi.
Thank you for having me.
For Kofi. Thank you for joining me on Saturday.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
To seeing you.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy. You know, I always see you from a distance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this man, when am I going to see him in person?
Well, today you have.
Oh, you see?
Yes.
Am I not blessed?
More than blessed.
Right. So before we really get into today's topic, what really hits you to jump into politics, and especially the job issues happening in the country?
Where do I start? I mean, I think it's not been just one thing that has happened. I think it's been a series of things that have happened. Youth unemployment is one of them, but it's the consistent seeing a lot of things not going in the way you would have thought that having come from 60 years with the kind of assets we have as a country and the kind of capabilities we have in our human resource, you would have expected that we're somewhere, but we are not. I'm not saying we haven't done something. I'm just saying we're not where we were supposed to be. And so over time, when you realize that it's not looking like we're having that break, it no more becomes, you know, a motivation to do something. It becomes a duty, more or less. So for me right now, when I get asked that question, what was your motivation? It's hard to say because I see it now as a duty, you know, and it has to be everybody's duty to chip in what they can to make sure that we leapfrog and make that big jump and get where we're supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is your inspiration to stir national affairs?
Yes, it is.
I see. To take us to where we are supposed to be.
I believe we're supposed to be in a better place. Okay. Totally.
Right. There are a lot of young entrepreneurs in this country. In the face of all this hardship, we are still trying to excel and stay at the top. Because there's this data that reveals that after 2-3 years, small business owners, most of them, you know, run down and they'll have to start off again. Even the giants are struggling to stay at the top. So as somebody who is aspiring to stir national affairs or even take the big seat and control the entire country, what is the plan for the business community?
First of all, let me say that I believe in the Ghanaian business community. Right. I believe in indigenous businesses. And I think that indigenous businesses, like you rightly said, are already doing by themselves a lot. They just need to be enabled. And there's a whole lot of things that can and should be done, a lot. One of the key things I am looking at is to ensure that things around business rates, things around taxation, things that technically are a barrier to small businesses get re-looked at. Our tax system, I always say, has to be re-simplified. So what has happened over the years is every government that has come into power has brought about new forms of taxation. And so we have a whole plethora of taxes that we need to simplify all of this. But beyond that, for me, I do think that there's a lot of business rates we have now that it doesn't matter whether you are a startup or an entrepreneur, you get slapped with the same thing. For me, that is already saying to the entrepreneur, you are not welcome here.
You keep repeating this. Are you trying to say that there should be different tax rates or interest rates at the bank, in the financial institution for startups and
let's say
multinationals?
Interest rates. With
Right.
interest rate, it cuts across. Whether
Right.
small businesses or big businesses,
Okay.
interest rates need to be as low as possible.
But recently startups got some tax exemptions.
They do have some tax
Right.
exemptions, but they still need money to borrow. They need money to get their businesses going. If you go to the bank right now to borrow money, if you are not borrowing from the Exim Bank, for example, and you go in mainstream, and of course the Exim Bank cannot support every business.
No.
So some businesses are going to have to go to the mainstream.
Exactly.
We do have a base rate that is falling, and yet we still have lending rates within the banks that are still very high up. That needs to be taken a look at, because look, if you're starting a business and you go and borrow 100 cities to run a business, and 25 cities out of that 100 cities already goes into paying interest.
Right.
You know, you're starting off flat.
Okay.
You know, and then of course there are other things you have to deal with. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, how are people even going to add profit margins to what they're doing?
Okay.
So that's one thing we need to look at. It's critical that we look at that if we want businesses to spur up. The other critical things that need to be, look, people need to get support. They need to get trained. People are willing to do business, they just don't know how. And I think we should be able to provide that space for them to say, you know what, if indeed you want to do business, you have the mindset for it, let's give you all the support you need. So I want to have training hubs in every region where we can say, you know what, if you're really cut out for this, go in there and get the support you need. Get training in pretty much everything you need to make a business succeed. And I'm not talking about the whole 3-day, 2-day training where people come out and they hold a certificate and they say, I've done entrepreneur. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking grooming people to the level that if they come out, their sense of entrepreneurship is at the same level as you find in any other industrialized country. We need to believe in our people enough. In fact, what I've always said is that my concept of business in Ghana is we need to invest in people.
Okay.
It's the only way they're going to go out there and blossom. So that's another key thing we want to look at.
Right.
Then, of course, the more general, we've talked about internet services, digital, getting people more hooked up onto the services, and making it cheaper and accessible for people. Look, there are businesses in Accra who would rather be in Tamale.
Right.
But they can't be in Tamale because the access they will get to business engagements here is not the same as Tamale. So we need to even that out.
Okay.
You know, if something works in Accra, it has to work in other regions as well. It's the only time we can start talking about decentralization. As it is now, it's just political talk.
Right.
So for me, businesses are an essential part. And I also come from this concept, this mindset that it is businesses who employ. It's not government that employs.
Okay.
So the more we can make businesses prosper, the easier it is for employment to blossom. Then there's the whole thing about supply chains. I don't think we have enough supply chains in this country because, look, we're now talking about African Continental Free Trade area.
Yeah. And look at what is happening between Nigeria and Ghana, the border closure.
It's not even that. Even here ourselves, we are hosting the Secretariat. You know, I was saying to a friend the other day, by now, that whole concept should be part of business literature in our schools. People should be learning about what benefits that bring, what opportunities it creates, how you can leverage it.
Right.
We should be seeing these things being taught from because we saw it coming a long time ago. But I was talking about supply chains in the sense that now the African market is open.
Okay.
How many Ghanaian businesses actually know this?
Okay.
And if they don't know, or if they knew, how do they activate it? So you're selling juice. Okay, you feel that there's a lot more business out there. Maybe juice is not being sold in Burkina Faso. You've never been to Burkina Faso. What is the support you can get to tell you if you need to start selling in Burkina Faso, A, B, and C is what you do?
But you know, I think some business owners here in Ghana or the entrepreneurship community, do I say we are not daring or we don't take steps to fish out for opportunities that will be for our good. Because I remember my 4th season startup guide, I said best trends will be the guide. So I'm your tour guide. So I go to all these institutions, the free zones, the Ghana Standard Authority. I was at a registrar general to talk to them. What it is can we entrepreneurs come or get from you to help us scale up what we are doing? And they put out all this information, but at the end of the day, it looks like you still hear business people complaining, I mean, that and this. Is it that we are always okay with the little we have? I mean, what to feed on and pay your staff, or
I think
we are just not daring?
I think there's so much around that. And I try not to blame business people, because the truth is most business entrepreneurs, it's the first time they are doing it. They've never done it. Of course, there's going to be some fear around that. For me, what takes away that fear is knowing that there is somebody out there who actually wants to help you to succeed.
Do they ask?
Well, are we also telling them? That's another side to it. You see, the argument can go both ways. So
you mean the communication is not out there enough?
I mean,
when you ask, they'll tell you go to the website, you get all this information.
That's not being business friendly.
Right.
You have to let businesses know that we believe in you.
Okay.
Look, we know you can succeed.
Right.
We want to help you succeed. You know, we know you've been selling in Ghana. Look, there are bigger markets out there. We can get you into those markets. Are you willing? Let's take your hand. Let's hold you. We will get you in there. That's the kind of thing that makes people confident.
Right.
When they know that they are not going to be left on their own, then people start to get confident.
Okay.
So for me, it's not just a matter of we have a business website, go on the website. No.
Okay.
We have to help people. We have to shepherd people, because a lot of these people are new to the game.
Okay.
They need that much support.
Right.
But it's interesting you raise that, because we don't do a lot of networking. And I think consciously we have to start bringing businesses together.
Okay.
Yes, we have all these business networks happening here and there, but it has to be a conscious effort. That once a year,
Are they really making a difference? I'll be back for you to tell me. Your wrapping up message to the viewers of Best Trends and also the Ghanaian community. It's all Best Trends TV show, and I'll be right back to wrap up today's conversation.
Enyonam, my claim is not covered by the insurance policy I arranged.
Parkwesi, I've always advised you to let J&G Insurance Brokers, the insurance professional, handle your insurance to avoid gaps. At J&G, we analyze your insurance needs, we arrange cover with the best insurer with a track record of prompt claims payment, and above all, we facilitate and negotiate your claims. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo, the CEO, on 0244 333335 or 0504 333335. You can also email him, Gideon, at jnginsurancebrokers.com or visit our website, jnginsurancebrokers.com.
Thank you very much, Enyonam. I'm calling doctor right away.
At J&G Insurance Brokers, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business.
Waitress! Tomato paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha! This is what I call Enyonam.
Secret na ne LEAP, leap. Someone named a leap tomato paste aduane de. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu biya so. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and efie.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-20-95314 or 050-141085.
Hi, you're probably sitting out there thinking about how to fund a project. Could be a building, could be school, could be a car, could be anything. Projects are projects. And you are probably thinking you've got to go and borrow to be able to execute this project. Well, borrowing is not bad, but today I'm here to give you an alternative. However, before I do that, note, if you have to borrow, make sure that you are borrowing to meet exactly the time that you need the project to finish. So do not borrow for 6 months for a project you know will last you a year or 2. That you'll get yourself into trouble. So if you're borrowing, make sure that you've borrowed for the same period that the project will last, and you have income or money to be paying the loan exactly within that time frame. My alternative though is you have time. You can actually invest towards that project. And at Data Bank, we have loads and loads of testimonies of people who have invested consistently towards their projects, be it their house, be it their car, or be it school. You can actually do it. Talk to a professional at Data Bank and we will help you achieve your project dream. Invest wisely, invest with Data Bank.
Welcome to Kwame Showbiz Boutique. We are located at Achimota Neoplan, adjacent the Malcolm. For all kinds of events, weddings, award ceremonies, parties, engagements, just walk to our boutique. We have all kinds of clothes, very quality but affordable. We work from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can also call us on the number displayed on your screen. Follow us on all social media platforms. Kwame Showbiz Boutique. Kwame Showbiz Boutique, West African best kept secret in clothing.
Right, so welcome back once again. There's this common talk that is easier said than done. You've said all these things. I've seen you tour a few of the regions, the universities, other institutions inviting you and all this. But do you think the message is sinking down there? And do you think that we've got to the point that we are ready to welcome your kind to rule us, especially when we haven't seen any party? Haven't to be asked yet, what is the name of your party?
People ask that.
Exactly. So what do we do? How do we get to buy into the idea that you're sharing?
Well, what I say to people is that this is not, and this is not just me. This is not about me. This is about all of us.
Okay.
We've tried options in the past. It's unfair to ourselves to go back to those options if we don't believe they have worked.
Right.
And generally, people do feel they haven't worked.
Okay.
So we don't have a choice anymore. It's not a choice about going back and deciding which is the best of the two evils. The only choice we have now is to move forward away from what has not worked. And I say to people, this is not about me, because it takes people like yourself, it takes everybody else watching to say, you know what, let's give this guy a shot. I mean, what have we got to lose? At the end of the day, we've tried the other two several times. It hasn't happened. what have we got to lose between the two? Going back to the two devils we know and starting with an angel we don't know. So for me, it's everybody getting on board and saying, you know what, I can influence somebody, let me influence them. So there's several people out there. Some can influence thousands of people, some can influence tens of people. Let's all get out there and influence them and tell the world that, you know, something different is about to happen. We have to make some history.
Would have to toast, but a quick one. Have these two devils invited you to join yet? Because we've had independent candidates who come up and at the end of the day they're like, okay, I've gone to this side, or they asked me to join them. Have you received that invitation?
There's a Bible quote that says, "What has light got to do with darkness?"
Okay, so we are hoping that we'll not hear one day Kofi sitting on TV and saying, okay, I'm Merrick and I decided to be an independent, but henceforth you see me with these people. Or you see me with other people?
I'm not here for
We'll never say that. All right, how do we find your social media?
I'm largely on any social media. You just enter, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or whatever, just look for Merrick Gane. Spelled M-A-R-R-I-C-K-E and then G-A-N-E. Type those two names and you'll find me on any social media whatsoever.
Today, it was easy for me to get to you. I hope tomorrow when you become the president, you will not tell me to go through protocol.
I am a very open... I'm very open. I'm very grassroots and very down to earth.
It was my pleasure meeting
you.
Thank you so much for sharing this rich experience with us. Toast to
the future.
Right. So viewers, you've had it all for yourself. I'm sure back home watching, you've nodded your head and then you've taken a word or two. This is why I wrap up on today's discussion tailored towards unmanaged business growth. Look at yourself, look at your books, look at your structure. If there's something you're not doing right, you should be able to correct it for the good of everybody, not just you. Until then, I'll be back next week with another interesting subject matter with a different personality, of course, to enlighten you about the trends in the business development. My name is Enyonam, and today I had a discussion with Merrick Gane. Thank you so much for watching. It's a bye for now. Thank you once again.
Thank you.